today we're going to read you a book, and the name of it is Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. Now that we know the name of the book because there's a title on the page. Can somebody show me where the title of the book is? Okay. Show me where the title, no, that's who publishes it. Joseph had, very good, Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. This book was written by Sims Tabak, and we know that because his name is on the front cover also. Can somebody show me where the author is? Okay, go ahead, show me where the author is. No, that's Scholastic. That's who publishes the book. Sims Tabak. What letter starts with Sims? What letter? S. That's it. That is the author. What does the author of a book do? What does he do?
He writes the book.
He writes the book. Very good. Okay, this book has a medal on it. That medal is called a Caldecott medal. This medal is because it has great illustrations. Y'all know what an illustration is? What is an illustration? Is it pictures? Illustrations are pictures. That's all an illustration is. So it's a picture book. So this medal says that this book has great pictures in it. Y'all want to see if it does? All right. So let's start reading. All right. Joseph had a little overcoat. Joseph had a little overcoat. It was old and worn. See his overcoat? See where it's all worn out? He's got patches everywhere. Sometimes we put patches on our jeans or patches on our clothes. Or we have holes in our clothes. He's just covered up the holes, right?
Yes.
All right. So he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair. See his jacket? Remember the overcoat? Okay, there's the jacket.
There's it. It's like when you turn the page, it does that.
It sure does. It just cuts a hole out for it. So now you see what the jacket is. Joseph had a little jacket. It got old and worn. Why do we think it got old and worn by the pictures? Okay? What's wrong with this jacket?
It's got holes in it.
It's got holes, and it's got all these little pieces of material and patches, probably where it had holes. So he made a vest out of it.
He's going to keep cutting his shirt and keep cutting it.
He sure is. He made a vest out of it and danced at his nephew's wedding. So he made a button out of it and used it to fasten his suspenders. Where is the button? Very good. Joseph had a little button. One day he lost it. Now he had nothing. So Joseph made a book about it, which shows you can always make something out of nothing. Okay, so he started with an overcoat. Then what did he make?
He made stuff out of it.
He sure did. Can you name anything he made out of it?
A scarf.
A scarf. Can you name something? A vest. And then what did he make when he had nothing else?
A book.
A book. Very good. Okay.
Let's read this. And also when I read this, there's a passage in there. It was old and worn, and every time we read that, I want y'all to participate and say it with me, okay? All right, let's start. Here we go. Joseph had a little overcoat. It was old and worn. Okay. So he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair. Can anybody tell me the difference between an overcoat and a jacket? Okay.
A jacket, like when you put it over you, like you put it on, and it would keep you really warm.
Say it with me. It got old and worn. So Joseph made a vest out of it and danced in his nephew's wedding. Does anybody know the difference between a jacket and a vest? Okay.
A vest is smaller than a jacket.
Vest is actually, there's a vest right over there, and here's a jacket right here. Can you tell me the difference between a vest and a jacket? One thing about a vest has no sleeves. Did y'all notice that? A jacket has sleeves on it where a vest does not.
Vest is out.
Okay, well let's go, here we go, let's go on. Joseph had a little vest, and it got old and worn. So he made a scarf out of it. You know what a scarf does? Okay.
It's keep your neck warm.
It sure does. Yes, ma'am. Is that what you was going to say? Okay. All right. So he made a scarf out of it and sang in the men's chorus. Y'all remember what a chorus is? Okay.
It's like you sing together.
Exactly.
So Joseph just finished making a scarf. And next, Joseph had a little scarf. What happened to the scarf? It got old and worn. Good job. So he made a necktie out of it and went to visit his married sister in the city. Where do we wear a necktie?
On your shirt.
On your shirt. And do we wear it when we want to dress up? Do you see people with neckties on when they want to dress up?
Yes.
That's right. Joseph had a little necktie. And what happened with it?
It got old and worn.
It got old and worn. Very good. So he made a handkerchief out of it and drank a glass of hot tea with lemon. He had a little handkerchief. And what happened with it?
It got old
It
and
got
worn.
old and warm. So he made a button of it
Then he lost it.
and used it to fasten his suspenders. Joseph had a little button. One day, he lost it. He sure did. You all are so smart. Now he had nothing. Oh, poor Joseph.
But he made the book.
Do you know what a moral is? Well, let me tell you, a moral is a very important message. And what do you think the moral of this story was? Okay, go ahead.
A moral was together, like you sing.
Well, a moral means in this story is that you can always make something out of nothing. Good job. Have you all ever made something out of nothing? Okay. Tell me what you've made out of nothing. Go ahead.
I made paper out of a book.
Paper out of a book. Good job. And what have you made?
I made
Well, you all did a very good job. So what I want you to do is remember what the moral of the story is, and Miss Candice is going to bring a group up that's going to help her read the book.
An awful lot of help when we read this story. Are y'all prepared to help me?
yes, ma'am.
Very good manners. So, what I'm going to need you to do, as we read this story, I need you to read it out when I point to the words. Then, I will need someone to help us put the stuff on Joseph. And we're going to match the word. Match the word with the piece and put the word on our yellow button. You think we can help doing that? Good. Good job. So let's get started. Joseph had a little overcoat.
It was old and worn.
So what do we need to find right here?
The overcoat.
That's right. Who wants to find the overcoat for me? Why don't you find the overcoat, and can you find the word overcoat for me? Let's check. Do we have overcoat?
Yes.
Do we have the right word for overcoat?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Very good job. Sit back down. Now, when we're reading, what do we do next? Turn the page. That's right.
So he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair.
Very good. What do we need to find? The
Jacket.
That's right. Why don't you find the jacket? Do you want to find our word? Very good. Is that the jacket? Let's check. Do we have the jacket?
Yes.
Why did you change your mind in the
Because I
first
saw
one?
that it was this.
Very good. What made the difference?
Because it was shorter.
Very good. Was there something else that was different between the jacket and the vest? Do you remember that the...
Jacket the vest don't have sleeves.
That's right. Do we have the right word?
Yes, ma'am.
We do. Very good. So what's the next step?
Turn the page.
Very good.
Joseph had a little jacket. It got old and worn. Turn the page. Joseph had a little button. One day he lost it. Yes.
Oh no. What do we do next?
Turn the page.
Now he had nothing. Oh goodness. Ready? So Joseph made a book about it, which shows you can always make something out of nothing. Good. Let's say that sentence one more time and let's focus on this word. Let's practice it. Shows. Good. Start from the beginning.
So Joseph made a book out of it, which shows you can always make something out of nothing.
Very good. So what do we need to give Joseph on our board?
A book.
Find our book. If you want to find our word book, you did a very good job identifying all that Joseph made. When did he have to make things?
When stuff got old and worn.
That's right. You did a very good job matching those words too. So do you have any questions about the book?
He wrote all the stuff in it. I see a book.
He did. Well, tell me, what did we say this book won an award for?
For the pictures.
For the pictures. Did you like the pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell me what you think of the pictures?
They're real good and nice.
They're good and nice. You notice anything else about them? Are they colorful?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they help tell the story?
Yes, ma'am.
They helped us understand what is an overcoat and a jacket and a vest and a scarf and a necktie and a handkerchief and a button. And then
He lost and then how you can always make something out
we're
of
going to give y'all a handout. And it has all the words that we put on the yellow button down there. So we want you to show us your best artwork, your best illustrations to go along with this book, and also practice the words. So you remember what each piece was and how it looks? Good. So if y'all will go back, I'll hand it out. Thank you very much for being excellent readers.